Welcome. I am so glad to be joining you today on Holy Saturday, and you may find that your first question to ask is Holy Saturday like even a thing? Like, what are we talking about here? I mean, if you are like me, your Easter experience, your Holy Week experience, has generally been the excitement of Palm Sunday, and then maybe you've jumped right to the excitement of Easter Sunday. Maybe that's more or less what I grew up with, or maybe you engaged on Palm Sunday and Good Friday and Easter. Maybe you clicked with Palm Sunday, Monday, Thursday. We did a couple of days ago, Good Friday, and then Easter, and you were still kind of leapfrogging over Saturday. And if that's been your experience, you're not alone. That's pretty typical. That's what a lot of people do. Holy Saturday is really a quiet day. In some traditions, it's a day of vigil. It's a day of waiting. In its earliest experiences, we've been talking through the life, that last week of Jesus's life. Now we really, in a lot of ways, kind of shift our focus and think about Jesus's followers, his close friends, those who he loved dearly and they loved him dearly, who perhaps knew him the best. We think of the disciples. We think of the group of women that followed Jesus around. Uh, and and Saturday is a strange day. It's a quiet day. It's a day of waiting. But it's a different quiet day or a day of waiting than we experienced on Wednesday. On Wednesday, it was a day of rest. Here is a period of in between. See, on Saturday, the Sabbath descended on the week for Jesus's followers. Everyone was Jewish. Friday night into Saturday night, that sundown, it was the Sabbath. So the ability to do anything was really limited. When Jesus died, the intention would have been to wrap and prepare his body right away, but because it was the Sabbath, well, they couldn't. So you see here this passage where Joseph takes Joseph of Nicodemus take Jesus's body and place into a tomb, and some of the women notice and watch, but it's the Sabbath, so now they have to wait. I don't know if you've had this experience. There's a good chance that you probably have, but if you've been participating in a funeral for someone in your family, you'll find that when you're a few days out, the activity of what needs to be done is quite high. There are things to plan, a service to outline, there are people to contact, an obituary to write, catering to line up. I mean, there's just this flurry of activity. Then there's the funeral itself. There's the day that it takes place, and then there tends to be that in between time. It's often the day before the funeral. It's where all of the arrangements have taken care of. The food is bought, the flowers are arranged, family has been contacted. You've met with whoever's officiating. You've done all of that. And the funeral's the next day. And here you are just waiting. And it's a sad kind of a waiting. It's a almost a lonely kind of a waiting. There's a heaviness to the wait. It's a wait that says you're in a state where you don't want to be in, one that's probably not natural to live in, one that you want to resolve, but there's also nothing you can do to make time move faster. And that's kind of what Holy Saturday is. It's that moment in between a crisis and its resolution on Easter. We saw the suffering on Good Friday, and we know how it resolves on Easter Sunday. But Saturday is meant to wait. It's meant to wait in the crushingness and in the sorrow of Friday, and not yet skip forward to the relief that Sunday brings. It's that in between period. It's that period where a lot of us are are living right now. We're living in that space where a bad thing fell on us. You're you're likely stuck in home under pandemic conditions, and you've gotten kind of used to it by now. We're creeping up on a month of this. You've gotten kind of used to it by now. You know, at some point in the future it will resolve, and now you wait, somewhat uneasily, somewhat with a heaviness on you. You wait. Throughout your life, you're going to have lots of these Holy Saturday moments, these moments where something negative has happened and you are confident that God will resolve it at some point in the future. But here we are in this in between time. It's not a crisis anymore, it's just a difficult heaviness. So these are the questions that I wanted to ask. How well do you wait? I wait poorly most of the time. I don't mind. I mean, I don't revel in a difficult crisis moment, but they're a flurry of activity. And obviously, I look forward to the celebration when the crisis is averted. But this in between waiting time where there's just nothing you can do, well, I find that challenging. How well do you wait? And what do you do in those moments where it appears like God is silent, where nothing seems like it's happening? Because that's what that first Holy Saturday looked like. It looked like nothing was happening. But we know, because we're on the other side of it, that a lot was taking place, and God was going to move in an incredible way the next day. But they didn't know that in the moment. What's it like for you when it seems like God is silent? That's Holy Saturday. I know a lot of us are sitting in this space right now, so I ask ask God's blessing on you. We'll look forward to celebrating Easter Sunday with you tomorrow. Have a great day.